New York flips for Trump. Wait a minute. What? New York? Yes. They said it couldn't be done. This is amazing news right here. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. This is unbelievable. This is Biden blue Democrat territory. Never, never Trump. Never Republican. And it's in play. Still a long shot. Doesn't mean Trump's going to win it, but it is now in play. And we saw this with the outreach of how people respond to Trump when he during his court cases. That was all over New York news. They were coming out on Trump's side. They're in the Bronx, the little kids, little Hispanic kids. We like Trump. Go Trump. We love you, Trump. Trump's like Gamera. You know, Gamera loves kids and kids love Gamera. It's the flying turtle. Very obscure reference with apologies. Let's get to the article. Over at Politico, Biden support slips in deep New York. We're a battleground state now. Democrats are worried. The president is taking New York for granted. That's President Biden as the state becomes surprisingly competitive. What happened? Well, it turned into a giant crime zone because of your attack on cops. They're tired of subway attacks. The Jews are tired of anti-Semitic attacks, just random, and the Asians tired of just getting random, blasted, crime everywhere. It is crumbling, and Democrats are going, who's going to save the city? What are you going to do? You're going to elect more Democrats? Is that going to work? How's that been working for you guys? New York, President Joe Biden has a new problem. A competitive race in deep blue New York. Election officials, union leaders, and political consultants are panicking over polls showing a steady erosion of Biden support in a state he won by 23 points. They're going, holy cow, who lied to us? We thought Biden was sharp and good for our economy. And all that lawfare going on, guys, it's all backfiring on them. They're so worried they've been trying to convince the Biden team to pour resources into New York to shore up his campaign and boost Democrats running in a half dozen swing districts that could determine control of the House. That's what this is really about. They don't care about Biden. They know Biden's probably going to take New York. But if he doesn't get his numbers up high enough, there's competitive districts in New York where they could lose House seats to Republicans. Oh, this is good news, guys. Down ticket is going to be a massacre for Biden because they can't bring people out for their president. And people don't tend to come out and vote for their favorite senator. Has to be the president that drives the ticket in presidential election years. Biden aides have not focused on New York because they thought they had it in their pocket, committing no significant resources to a state where they expect the president to easily win all 28 electoral college votes in November. Yeah, let's split that junk up and get some to Trump. But the warning signs are impossible to ignore and have been building over the past year. Two private polls conducted in a swing state, a swing New York House district, and reviewed by Politico, one in September, another in March, found former President Donald Trump leading Biden there by 1 point. A virtual tie. And public polls over the last 4 months found Biden's lead had winnowed to just 8 points across New York. An unusually narrow gap in a state where Democrats outnumber Republicans 2-1. They have double the votes, and yet Trump is only behind by 8 points. Quote, we're still acting like this is a one-party state, which for pretty much 25 years it has been, unquote. Democrat Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine said, quote, I truly believe we're a battleground state now. That's a Democrat saying it, not a Republican saying, go get New York. It's a Democrat saying, we've become a battleground. We're losing ground. Why? They said it's been for 20 to 25 years. What does that tell you? 20 to 25 years. Biden is so bad that he's breaking records of badness that are 20 to 25 years held. Biden, whose campaign is in free fall after, oh my gosh, this is so good. In free fall after a shambling debate performance last month, is yet to pay much attention to the state beyond high dollar fundraisers. That's what they do in California too. They just go in and extract money. Thanks, George Clooney. Say what you want about me getting out. I'll spend all your money. Thanks for the money. He was mostly recently in New York on June 29th to raise money in the Hamptons, again, white, rich elites, and attend a dedication ceremony for the Stonewall Inn Visitor Center in Manhattan a day earlier. He has been appearing in traditional battleground states, including Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, over the weekend as the 81-year-old tries to silence doubts over his age. That sentence alone should tell you everything. The 81-year-old tries to silence doubts over his age. That's like saying the 8,000-year-old tried to silence opponents about his age and his mental acuity. This has nothing to do with his age. Democrats always bring up his age as a cover, knowing that's not what is really the problem. Lots of 81-year-olds are fine. They want to hold on to that age issue in case they replace Biden with someone younger. Then they can go, the age thing is just really Trump's problem now. They want to hold on to that word age. It's not age, it's his mental acuity. Now Democrats want Biden to get serious about the Empire State as they warn of the existing crisis in democracy posed by Trump's potential return to the White House. Well, apparently the message about the threat to democracy is not getting out to the Democrats in New York because they're flipping for Trump. They're not believing your lie about Trump he's a threat to democracy. And a ton of New Yorkers are going, we love the democracy. That's why we're voting for Trump, by the way. We're not believing your lies anymore. According to interviews with 10 Democrat Party officials, consultants, and political leaders, a contested race in New York exacerbates Biden's re-election troubles as members of his party continue to call for him to step aside or question his fitness for office. Again, Biden is going to be gone. Okay. They can't run him. It's not going to work. All done for Biden. You're done. Go away. Including 3 members of the state's House delegation. And it would cost him time and money he'd rather be spending on the country's 6 swing states, siphoning millions of dollars to play in the costliest media market in the country. They literally can't afford to blow money in New York, which is going to harm down ticket. Quote, the money that needs to be spent here will be subtracted from other areas he's going to lose, former Democrat New York Governor Dave Peterson said. Top statewide Democrats, including Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, oh yeah, give him trouble, and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, even more trouble, have signaled shared public support for Biden. Schumer, though, has been sparing in his public comments about Biden since the president's debate performance nearly 2 weeks ago. As I've said before, I'm with Joe, unquote, Schumer said Tuesday, lying with his finger crossed behind his back, rolling his eyes, going around the corner into an alley to vomit. He's so sick to his stomach as the loss is coming. Schumer and Jeffries are under intense pressure this week as lawmakers return to the Capitol and Democrats try to find unity. Oh, man, this article just keeps getting better. You cannot unify all these angry special interest groups that are just after each other's throats to get their own gouge of money. Schumer declined Tuesday to say whether he agreed with Senator Patty Murray, Democrat from Washington, another member of Democrat leadership that said Biden must do more to reassure Democrats and needs to be, quote, a much more forceful, energetic candidate in this campaign trail in the very near future. I'm going to end this article there. I don't need to read anymore. This is too much good news. Guys, I don't deserve this. I have not been a good boy. I don't deserve this much good news. We don't deserve this much of a party this early. It may lull us into a false sense of security, and then we won't fight as hard. Let me know in the comments below. Will you still fight as if Trump is behind? Will you still fight as if Trump is losing? Because that's how you win. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe.